Morning to you all. I hope you can hear me and you can see me. If you can hear me, it's okay. So I warmly welcome all the staff members and students to the Foundation IT project presentations by E20 batch. So today all the project clusters from CD group will be presenting, and in this presentation, actually due to the power cuts and other possible technical issues, we decided to record the presentations prior to the session. So also uh, the goal of this event is to demonstrate the mobile apps developed by E20 students along with their skills in project management, presentations and teamwork. So before starting the session, I would like to invite Dr. Chamila Valgampaya, the Director of Computing Center, to address us about this course and the other things. Sir,
Thank you. Can you all hear me?
yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, good morning to all of you, the staff members and especially the staff members of the Computing Center. It was a pleasure for me to be with you today to witness the final project presentations. Actually, it is surprising. I was surprised to see that you guys have done a marvelous job by developing mobile applications. So I actually double check with Ms. Hiroshini whether you have actually done it. Yes, they have done it, and I'm so grateful to the members in the teaching panel who have helped our little buds to bloom. Um, uh, Most probably that this is their first ever presentation at the Faculty of Engineering, and let me wish you again good luck for all the E20s. And I would like to request one thing, that you keep this energy throughout the rest of the 4 years to come. So as staff members, we'll be happy that we have produced entrepreneurs, free thinkers, creative engineers to our society. So let me again thank all the panel members of the FIT course, and we can witness your work during these 2 sessions. Thank you. Over to you, Iraj.
Thank you, sir. So next, I would like to invite Ms. Hiroshini Ratnapala. So she is the main coordinator of this Foundation ID program. So I would like to invite you, madam.
Thank you, Shiron, and good morning to you all. Actually, that today, starting from yesterday, I was reviewing all of your recordings, and as Dr. Chamira mentioned, I'm also surprised. Even though we have now completed nearly starting from nearly 2 months, right? Even more than 2 months. That we were doing a lot of work, all the work online in online learning platform, and so that we could come this journey together. But still, I was also surprised looking at your presentations, and amazingly that you have gone more, that you have done more than we expected during this time period. And basically in the project, if I am going to talk about the project, and you already know that we have set up a complete online collaborative learning platform. So this is, I've done it as an experiment for your batch, and I think that was very successful, and we gave for you to work online in a very collaborative learning environment. And especially I wanted to set up a student-centered learning environment, and this time we did it. And we were just mentors, and we didn't just ask you to do this and do that. But we did, everything came from you guys, and everything, all the innovative ideas, designing, all the things came from you. What we did was we just guided you, and the objective about this project is practically apply the things that you have learned, that we have discussed about creative report, how to create effective reports, how to do effective presentations, and what is the process of project management, and introduction to programming, and how that programming concept apply in real world application. So those 5 things we wanted to cover in this final presentation, final project in E20 batch in the Foundation IT program. And I think that we have succeeded it, and so that you can see what the others have done. And I wish you all the best, and please keep this this motivation and this spirit until, not actually until you pass out, but in entire period of your staying at the faculty, and as well as when you become engineers, when you serve to the country. So that is what we expect, and I wish you all the best. And now we will start, and over to you, Shiron.
Okay, thank you, madam. So, as I said previously, we decided to record the presentations and play it during this session. But at the end of this recording, anyone can ask questions or anyone can give comments. Then the students of that group can answer those questions if there are any questions. So now we will move to the presentation one. So today, as I said previously, today we will be doing the presentations of group CD. So there we have 10 clusters from cluster 11 to cluster 20. So the first presentation is from cluster 11. Their application name is Math Guide. So we will see what they have to show us.
Shiron, I hope you can see the screen, right? My screen.
Yes. Audio is not shared, madam.
Hello, good morning everyone. We are Fit Cluster CD11. We hope to introduce our MIT app through this presentation. The name of our app is Math Guide. Let's move to our presentation.
First of all, I would like to identify our team members. Especially, the leader of our team is Madhushka Ratnaik, and sub-leaders are Gayatri Senadhir and Malit Erang.
This is the content of our presentation. We hope to present in order according to this content. First, the time frame, then introduction, and next, app interface. Like that, we can go ahead.
The first part of the content is time frame. Time frame was used to time management in the project. We planned it week by week, and it really helped to success the project. Let's move to the next slide.
Now, I'd like to give a brief introduction to our Math Guide app. There are so many unit converters in the Play Store and the App Store. So, during our researching time, we all paid our attention to those apps. Actually, sometimes they are not user-friendly. Sometimes users can't use them easily. They should have more or basic knowledge to use them. Therefore, we decided to create a simple app for our identified users, especially for O-level students. Method has simple equations such as unit converters, solving problems, etc. Now, I think you have a little idea about our app method. Moreover, let's watch some simple videos about our app for more understanding.
Let's show the interface of Math Guide Calculator. The first picture is home page and there are three main buttons are added. They help to enter the sub-main pages of this app, and also second is the main page of volume and area. The app can use to calculate volume and area of cubes, cones, cylinders, rectangular prisms and spheres.
Let's talk about the unit converter. There are three converters in the unit converter section. They are length converter, temperature converter and mass converter. Okay, I'll give you instructions to use it step by step. First of all, open the app, then click the start button, then you can see the operations you can do. Now we are going to use the unit converter section. So tap on the unit converter button. Then you can see the length and temperature and the mass converters are appeared in the same screen. What do you want to convert? Length, temperature or mass? You should tap on the relevant text box and enter the value. Next, choose the unit now the value has. Then you can choose to what unit you want to convert and then click the convert button. After that, you can see the answer. Using the clear button, you can clear all the things. The other converters have the same steps, and now you can get an idea after watching this video also. In addition to that, let's see how to use area and volume function. Tap on the area and volume button below to the unit converter button, and then you can see a list of simple solid bodies. The first one is the cube. Tap on the cube, and now we are going to measure the whole area and the volume of a cube. In this interface, you should enter the value of one side of the cube you want to find the area and the volume. You should enter the value in centimeters. Now you can find the whole area and the volume separately by clicking answer buttons. One answer button is for area and the other answer button is for volume. You can find them easily like that. Again to the solid body list. The second one is cone. Let's see how to measure the whole area and the volume of the cone also. Tap on the cone button and then you have to enter two values of the cone. The first one is radius of the bottom circle in the cone and the second one is the whole height of the cone. Then you can find the whole area and the volume of the cone also by clicking the answer buttons as I mentioned.
Want to find volume or area of cylinder? Click cylinder button. Give radius and height of cylinder. Press answer, then display answers. Want to find volume or area of sphere? Click sphere button. Give radius of sphere. Press answer, then display answers.
Can you remember a triangular prism? The whole area and volume of a triangular prism also can be measured using our app. Click on the triangular prism button in the solid body list and you should enter the values should be provided. Then you can find the whole area and the volume of the triangular prism in few milliseconds. What a useful and simple app. Now we are reaching to the third and the last function of our app, and it is the quadratic equation solver. You can enter the value of A, B, C of your quadratic equation to the given text box in the quadratic equation solver. Then press the button calculate. Now you can see the two answers of your quadratic equation bottom of the screen. I think you got the better idea of our app and its performance through our presentation.
Let's move to the next slide. This is the link of our MIT app. You can use our app among this link.
We hope to provide updates in the future, including more improvements and more functions, especially metric functions, to make our Math Guider a better solution for all the students.
YouTube videos helped us to success the project very well. We got a lot of knowledge among YouTube.
Now we are reaching to the end of our presentation. So I would like to give the special thanks to Mr. Shiron Talagalasa and Mrs. Hiroshini Ratnapala Madam, as well as the other teachers of FIT Foundation Program who helped us to create this project successfully. Here are the group members of Cluster 11 and who dedicated their skills, time and all the things which needed to complete this project, and thank you all my dear group members. I think you all enjoyed our presentation. Thank you all and have a nice day.
Thank you, Cluster 11, and can you pay applause to the Cluster 11 members? And I would like you to unmute the Cluster 11 members so that your mic and anyone that you can ask questions, so that are there any staff members here that Chanda, a lecturer from the Computing Center, do you have something to comment over their product?
Thank you very much. I think they have done a pretty good job because this is very user-friendly for grade 11 students. And I think for their further developments, they can develop this app such in order to help university students, like adding higher order equations, multivariable equation. Like that, you can develop your application. And I think they have done a pretty good job.
Dr. Chamila, do you have anything to say?
Not particularly, but I really enjoy their presentation as well. So I was looking at how they were presenting, because it's not an easy thing. Like they want to record it, and probably this is the first time that they have done it. Maybe they didn't have the required resources to get it done properly, but they have managed to come up with a much like real looking video. So I appreciate that the effort is not wasted. I think they have done a very good job.
Yes, actually that we have done, I have provided them the Zoom links to conduct their meetings whenever they want. And I assigned one instructor as a mentor to get the help. And when they want, we had some special meetings for each batch. And but basically all the effort and all the innovative ideas belong to them, not to us. We have only did the basics and helped them, and it's really good. And Cluster 11 very good job is done, and I wish you all the best. Are there any other questions that, if there are any other questions, can ask?
Hiroshini?
Yes, that our main coordinator of the foundation program, Dr. Maheshi, is here, and I welcome you, and over to Maheshi.
Thanks, Hiroshini. I mean, as I think Dr. Shamila pointed out, they have done a very good job, especially forming the video and then completing the activities assigned. As a like improvement, I would suggest when you're presenting, try to address what are the bottlenecks, or like what are the difficult points you have faced during your implementations, as well as where this will fail, like what things cannot be done. So that also, if you can present the pros and the negatives, both cons, both, that will add the presentation and that will make it complete. So that I'll add as a general comment. Okay.
I
Thanks,
thank you,
Hiroshini.
Dr. Maheshi. Right, for that I requested them to add like you think limitations, and that what that we have to think that also, right? And thank you, Maheshi, and it's a very good comment. And are there anyone? Okay, right. So then, Shiron, we'll move to the next presentation.
Yes. So the next one is cluster 12. So their application name is E20. So we will move to their presentation.
Welcome to E20. We all know we had to fill so many applications for our university registration. Really, it was very difficult thing to us because sometimes we can't find the relevant data, and when we come another page, we forget the data that filled in previous page. Considering all these matters, we decided to create our latest innovation application. First one is login page. Really, this one is like normal login page. It has 4 separate buttons. They are username, password, login, and create account. Already you have an account, you can enter username and password and then click login button. Now you can enter other page. But though you can't enter correct username or password, you can't open your app. So another button is create account. If you haven't account, you can create a new account through this one. When you create a new account, you have to fill this information in sign up page. This information saved in Firebase.
After login, firstly you can see general page. In this page, you have to fill some personal information like full name, gender, date of birth, permanent address, district, etc. When you go to another page, all these details are auto-saving in Google Sheet that we are created. If you are a married person, you can click married button on bottom of this page, then married details page is opened. In this page, you have to fill partner's name, partner's age, partner's NIC, marriage year. If you are a married person, you have to fill this page. But you aren't a married person, you can skip this. After general page, we decided to collect educational information. So we create this education page. In this page, you have to fill some information like school, O-level, A-level result, higher educational information, etc.
Let's see medical information page. Blood group, weight, blood pressure, height, eyesight and hearing are the information that should be completed about user. This information can't be changed by user and only relevant authorities are be able to update and change the information. When information are filled, they are auto-saved in a Google Sheet. These are the medical information about this app. When we save our data, automatically we are moved to the next page. Then next move to the vaccination page of this app. Since birth, all the vaccines are included and COVID-19 vaccines are also added to the page. If we must confirm in somewhere that we are fully vaccinated, we don't need to bring our vaccine card. We can show the vaccination page of the app using our mobile phone. The special thing is these vaccination informations can't be filled or changed by users. Only can be changed or filled by relevant authorities. We save our information, then automatically move to the next page. Let's see what is the other information. These are police report, surety details, registration on bail, foreign travel bans. If user is arrested or not, if he or she has foreign travel ban, relevant authorities can get information from this app. Then user don't need present some documentary for relevant places. This part is also can't be changed by user as same as medical and vaccination information. As we can get this information very easily, this app is user friendly and it saves time for all activities.
Simply, we can click on these buttons and can move to pages. So when we create our app, we face many problems. What time are we going to collect data? We decided to collect data when the national identity card is created. The second question is, who can access the data? So we decided to give access few special parties like doctors, school and university authorities, government and private interview panels, read-only access, the courts, visa officers. Now, third question is, who can enter the data? After he or she gets their national identity card, they can enter their details. And also, police reports and other reports are entered by police or courts.
That is cluster 12, and thank you, and it's a very good presentation. And any questions to the cluster members? Cluster members, you can unmute your mic and ready to answer. Please make any comment or questions to the cluster 12, and you have done a wonderful job.
I have a small question for them. Are they available to answer the question?
I think they are cluster 12 members, that is leaders, sub-leaders, or anyone from the cluster 12, you can unmute your mic. Cluster 12 members, any of you are available? I cannot see anyone unmute the mic. Yes, Aloka,
Yes,
you
madam.
from cluster 12, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, okay, Dr. Shamil, you can go.
Yeah, it was a very nice presentation. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, one question now, before you started this project, did you do some survey, like whether in other countries such apps are available?
Yes, sir. Sometime we did get some information from Google and
Okay, then that's good. That's good. So before you do any of such thing, it's better to look at what others have already done. So that will be easy for you, especially for comparisons for future work. Yes. That,
okay, sir.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Maheshi, do you have a comment on that?
Yeah, thanks, Hiroshi. I think they have done I feel like they have done a wonderful job. They have looked into this, the cluster, that, what is it? I can't remember the cluster, sorry.
It's cluster 12.
12. Cluster 12 have done a very good job because they have made the presentation complete. They showed what they have done, what are the problems, and especially at this stage, they have discussed about the security aspects as well. So my suggestion is, if you really like, you can improve this, and even in a simple application like health sector, you can use it. You can try to implement this, let's say with Paradini Hospital, just to manage their the patient data. So something like that, even you can find your application. even you can go for your startup company simply based on these type of applications. One thing you should focus on is, if you are developing this further, how to maximize the security, because these are sensitive data. So you should at least have like when you're creating the email account, double checking. So get the confirmation from the email as well as maybe from the phone saying this is the correct person. So that type of a things you might need, because it's security related, the data is security sensitive. And then who can access, you might have to come up with bigger security plans if you are going further. So these are if you are going further. Another thing is, when you are doing the presentation, I hope you have not entered any personal data. So when you're recording such a presentation, make sure you don't enter your personal data, your parents' details or your actual phone numbers, because if this goes online, then they become available for everyone. I saw that your ID is just 1234, so that's fine. Adapt that style when you're doing presentation in future as well. So they have done a very good job, Hiroshini. Beyond my expectation, I would say.
Okay,
Back to
actually,
you.
that when they submitted the project proposal, I think we had several meetings also, that I was also wondering, and I told them about the data, like that we have, when we are working with personal data, we have to consider a lot of ethical problems, right? And so I told them, and those are things that we have to consider, and they have adopted most of the suggestions and things that we have asked them to do, but at least especially in Sri Lanka, we don't have such application, like we don't have information in one place. At least this is a good start. As you mentioned, they may be able to start a new company and continue with the app. And okay, thank you, Dr. Maheshi, and it's wonderful comment. And any other comments?
Excuse me. Good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning, Mahendra. Yes, you
I
can.
have a small question. Did you think about how to back up? How to get the backup of the data, backend data?
Let me answer that question, Mahendra. We actually still didn't go to the database level, right? And in this foundation IT, we didn't
In
teach
future,
them.
they can improve.
Yeah. Yes.
They did a very good job.
With all these development are without database. We didn't discuss about the database thing, because since it's just a starting point, and the later on, because it's still they are starting and they can develop, we didn't teach them how to use the database in app.
Okay.
Thank you, Mahinda. And it's actually it's good a suggestion. You can just take that.
We are thinking about the backups and security wise.
Yes.
That's why I asked.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mahinda. Are there any comments or questions? Okay, and cluster 12, and it's a wonderful job, and thank you guys. And I wish you all the best. Firon, move to the next presentation.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you everyone. So next one is cluster 13. Their app name is Genie. So we will see what they are going to say about this.
Hello everyone, this is Ginny, the voice assistant, presented by FIT Cluster 13.
In our presentation, we will focus on 4 major topics. These are: what is the voice assistant app for? Siri, the Google Assistant; Jenny, the voice assistant.
Let's see what is a voice assistant and what is it for. A voice assistant, also called an intelligent personal assistant or a connected speaker. They allow a search to be carried out using a voice command entered by the user, as well as information retrieval by voice synthesis.
Okay, let's see what is Siri. Siri is an intelligent personal assistant and knowledge navigator that is only available for iOS. It supports 9 different idioms. You can ask all kind of questions and make commands to the Siri. And also, Siri can enable or disable settings, find content, set alarms and make reminders, place calls and texts, and so much more things. Siri's primary technical area focuses on a conversational interface, personal context awareness, and service dedication. It adapts to the custom preferences every time.
What is Google Assistant? Google Assistant is a virtual personal assistant developed by Google and announced at its developer conference in May 2016. Google Assistant is an upgrade of Google Now, which can engage in two-way conversation.
What Google Assistant can do? It is able to search the internet, schedule events and alarms, adjust hardware settings on the user's device, and show information from the user's Google account. Google has also announced that the assistant will be able to identify objects and gather visual information through the device camera and support purchasing products and sending money. You can also use Google Assistant to control most of the phone settings found in the notification shade, like to open Wi-Fi, torch, to control brightness, etc.
Genie is a simple voice assistant app which was developed by FIT Cluster 13. We developed this app from MIT App Inventor. Let's see what you can do with Genie. When you want to search something, just open the Genie app and click on My and tell you what you want. Then it straightly connect to the Google. If it have in Google, you will see the quick result. And let's see how to use it.
Hello Nathneen, how are you? How can I help you? My creator is Fit Cluster 13. If you want search something, please click the mic and say the name, what you want.
What is the largest world in the solar system?
We hope to add more features in future for this app, like setting alarms, reminders, play music, answer the questions, control smart home devices with a simple voice command. And finally, we want to give our special thanks to Madam Iroshini Ratnapala, Sudarshan Sir and Gihan Sir who supported us very much in this task.
Cluster 13, and thank you so much for achieving that objectives and creating such a nice app and doing the presentation. And if anyone has questions to Cluster 13? Any comment? Anna, do you have any comment on their product?
Okay, I think this app can develop as a chatbot. I think you have seen it in many places, like in many websites. You have chatbots on the those to assist their people, and also I think you can incorporate like some machine learning stuff with this application as for the further development. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Channa. I think you can get the idea when don't stop it from here, and so that you can continue with developing. And any other?
Hiroshini,
Yes.
do you have any place where we can try all these applications? Have you collected them?
We are going to collect it, I mean, after this presentation, for next week that we are collecting the apps, and I will enable these things after I will get it.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Seems there are no comments, and cluster 13, it's wonderful, and it's and I wish you all the best, and its presentation is also nicely done, and thank you so much for your effort, and wish you all the best for the leaders and the team. Sharon, we'll move to the next presentation.
Yes. Yes, the next one is cluster 14. Their application name is Grade Me. So we will see what is their presentation.
Hello, we are the cluster 14. Before we get started with the presentation, there's an interesting story for you. Get ready, brace yourself.
It was the first day after the summer vacation. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing, truly a beautiful time to enjoy the life. That is exactly what happened at Clown University. Gandhi, Cleopatra, and Abe Lincoln are talking about their road trip to Calabasas. But on the other hand, John didn't join them because she thinks they are so lame. However, John F. Kennedy and Catherine the Great loved their company with giggling. Everyone was so excited until Mrs. Jenny Penny announced the bad news.
You all have to come next day with your current GPA. If not, you know what is going to happen. I will kill you.
Everyone was devastated. No one really knew how to calculate the GPA, including all the semesters. John F. Kennedy couldn't get any rest. His body's terrified expressions came into vision when he closed his eyes. Only one sign was visible on all the faces: death. But deep in the mind, John was determined that he was not going to give up without a fight. He kept searching everywhere to find a way to calculate the GPA, and his great effort didn't go in vain. Finally, he came up with an app called Grade Me. He couldn't have been more happier that he felt like singing it out loud. In the next morning, he was so excited to share the good news with his friends.
Hi guys, I got good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first?
Hell yeah, good things first.
I found an app called Grade Me to calculate our GPA, and the bad news is Mrs. Jenny Penny is going to give us our final subjects results today.
They couldn't believe their eyes when they saw Grade Me, and how cool that is.
Created using Powtoon.
Hey handsome, you are our savior. I'm free this weekend, so we can kinda hang out. Everyone greeted John F. Kennedy with a lot of respect and love.
He literally saved their life from Miss Jenny Penny. Much to his surprise, he got an A plus for his last subject. Thanks to the great me, he got to know that he has a first class degree.
Oh God, thank you so much for showing me Grade Me. If you had not, I wouldn't be alive right now. I love you, Jesus. And also, I have to thank Mrs. Jenny Penny because she motivated me to find this app.
So what is GradeMe? This tool was created to help you calculate your GPA without having too much work. All you have to do is type your grade and credits, and the app will take care of the rest. Because it is grading you. This is called GradeMe.
Actually, why do you need to have GradeMe app in your mobile phone? Let's see why. Just as John, if you need to calculate your GPA quickly, our app is the best solution. So just as soon as you get your grades and credits, you can enter them and get your GPA pretty simply. Other than that, you can access our normal calculator and unit converter. Also, you can use this app to read out your GPA other than just display it on the screen.
So let's have a look at inside of the GradeMe app. Our app provides you three main services. You can use this app as a GPA calculator, normal calculator, and unit converter as well as. Inside of the GPA calculator function, you can select your grade and enter your credits. And after you've done that, by clicking calculate GPA button, you can have your GPA. And if you want to listen to your GPA, you can click this.
Your GPA is 3.071143.
And the GPA will be say out loud. And if you want to add more than one semester, you can click add semester button. And if you want to remove the semesters, you can click remove semester button as well. And in order to go to the home, you can click the home button, or you can click the back button of your mobile phone. And let's go to the calculator. This is a normal basic calculator. You can add two numbers or do any mathematical function you want by typing the two numbers and select the mathematical function, and the answer will be go to the first given space. And if you want to keep adding numbers, you can type in your number and click the mathematical function you want, and this section will be updated to the new answer. And if you want to end the calculation, you can click the equalization button, then the answer will be shown here, and all these two spaces will be clean. Go back to home, and let's have a look at the unit converter section. You can convert length, mass, and temperature. Let's go to the length converter section. You can enter the length you want to convert and select the function you want. Meter, convert meter to foot or foot to meter, and you can have the answer.
Limitations we faced while creating the app. First one is we couldn't edit a chart to get an idea of the student development. Second one is when calculating GPA for the new academic year should be re-input the previous academic year's GPAs. Third one is this app doesn't show graduate class.
But Nedmi, aren't we going to add some great features to make this app even better in future? We'll include a graph that shows your progress as well as your class, such as first class, second upper, and so on. The most exciting part is that we heard some students repeat subjects in order to raise their GPA, but they should choose the correct subject first. So, what if our app can help you find the perfect subject? It's going to be great. As a result, this feature will be added in the future as a future development. Not only that, but we'll also include a database so you don't have to remember all of your previous grades and credits. All you have to do now is log in because your grades will be saved.
Thank you for being here today. We really appreciate that you took the time to be here and listen to our presentation.
And thank you. I think it's very important app, especially for the undergraduate student. And it's cluster 14. Do you have any question?
Actually, a nice presentation and also very dramatic. Great work, guys. So I think at the moment we just have a LMS. I mean it is a website only, and we don't have a mobile application. So I think you can develop your application along with our LMS, so that student can know their results and all the stuff. Great work, guys.
Thank you, Tanna. Yes, right. That app is very useful, right? You can see further development. Still, we didn't discuss about the database development with them because there are some students that who doesn't have much knowledge on the technological level, but further you can go to that level.
Cluster 14, I have a small comment. Sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Chamila.
Yeah, I think I have seen a different way of presenting their work, which is really awesome. Now, the traditional way is that we have everything in a PowerPoint slide and we let others watch it. But you have created a story, and that's one fantastic way of doing it, because the creativity is right there. So it's not only in your app, but also the way you have presented it. So we really enjoyed it. Way to go, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, that we have discussed several presentation tools in Foundation IT program, and they have used that one. Thank you for that, for my time. And we have introduced several presentation tools. Powtoon is one of the tools that you can do such very lovely presentation. Done a very great job. It's good in a marketing point. And any other, I heard Asanka. I heard us. You do have a question?
Can I add a quick
Yes,
comment? As I think Dr. Shamila was the one who just talked. So again, it's a very good way of presenting this one. A very different way. The story was there, so they attracted the audience. So wonderful job on that note. And even the app, I think this is useful for even the current final years, and then for staff, especially you mentioned how to find which courses to be repeated and things. So if you can develop this and then actually troubleshoot as well as test it with data just to validate your app. And if it is really giving the expectations and the correct information, my suggestion is just go forward and share it with other batchmates and students, the students of your seniors. So that's my comments and points, Hiroshini.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maheshi. Yes. Yes, are there any?
Hiroshini.
Yeah.
Now I am doing that degree claiming system. Now, faculty, I can help if you are going to improve this one. And, I think.
Okay, right. Mind. I'll.
I can help. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay, and thank you for the comments, and I really wish you all the best, and please don't stop it from here. And so that if you need any help to us, and we are very happy to help you, and I wish you all the best, and thank you for such a wonderful development, and as well as a good presentation using the things that we have discussed in the Foundation IT program. That is what we all expect, right? Here on, next, move to the next presentation, cluster 15.
Okay, the next one is cluster 15. Their app name is Health Advisor. So let's play their presentation.
Hello everyone, we are Cluster 15. During the past decades, smartphones, wearable devices, and mobile apps are taking over the world. We are now tailoring digital advances to help us solve our daily life problems. The modern urban lifestyle is characterized by insufficient physical activity, junk foods, and high stress level, all of which affect people's well-being. In the long term, this kind of lifestyle can lead to health problems and diseases such as excessive weight, obesity, and diabetes. So, we came up with an idea of creating an app as a solution to these problems. We hope this will help you to achieve your fitness goals.
Let me give you a brief introduction about our objectives. First of all, we wanted to develop a user-friendly health and fitness mobile application. This health app suggests and encourages the user to take actions to support a resolution aimed at changing behavior, such as set a reminder to drink water, and it will provide the amount of water that user should get daily based on gender and weight. And we wanted to calculate the BMI with the purpose of measure the body fat ratio that can be healthy, overweight, obese, and underweight according to the individual's height. And we have added calorie calculator to estimate the number of calories the user needs to consume each day. These are the objectives of our application. We think we have achieved our objectives.
Now we are going to show you a demonstration of the app which we designed.
Hello everyone, this is how our app main page look like. There are 3 buttons which connected to 3 other screens. We use light theme for background and blue colors to the logo and other components. So let's dive deeper into the app. First, we can check our BMI. For that, click BMI calculator. There are some checkboxes and tick boxes which must fill by the user. So I am going to enter a value for them. Now we can check our BMI count. For that, we can click on the calculate button. I am going to add several values again. If your weight is low, it shows underweight. If your weight is high, it shows overweight. We can clear those values by clicking reset button. And if you want to go to the main page, we can click back button, which on top left. So let's calculate our approximate weekly burn calorie count. I am going to fill these boxes as well. There is a list which includes list of activity levels. This list has 5 activity levels. Each activity level has a specific value. Main concept of the calorie counter is BMR multiplied by the activity level. When we choose an item, it appears on the screen. Now we can calculate our calorie count. We have reset button to clear the values and back button to go back to the main screen. So let's see how our water reminder works. It also have a list. Now we can set reminder. Then it shows us a countdown. If you want to reset it, press reset. If you want to go back to the main screen, press back button. So that's how our app works. Thank you.
Now I am going to talk about the problems and limitations of our app. As you can see, our health application is useful, but it has problems and limitations as well. One of the problem is that the provided wellness program are not customized for each individual but as age groups. We will try to fix this in future. And this application can be used only mobile phones and it's difficult to adjust in different screen sizes. Also, there's no availability in functioning offline mode. You have to use mobile data, Wi-Fi or other way to calculate things. And there's a fault in sending notifications. We will try to fix this also in future.
Now, let's talk about the future developments of our health app. Wellness is a need in today's time. It is something which is desired by all. So, we have a plan to do some developments in our application near future. As you heard before, we have a faculty in sending notifications. So, we want this app to send notifications to remind to drink water on time, and we want to make it available on both online and offline. And we are planning on adding healthy eating habits which users can record their meals and snacks daily. That's all about the future developments.
Acknowledgement. Special thanks of gratitude to Miss Hiroshini Ratnapala, Senior Lecturer, Computing Center, University of Peradeniya. Mr. Shiron Talagala, Instructor, Computing Center, University of Peradeniya. Mr. Hiran Kankanamge, Instructor, Computing Center, University of Peradeniya. All the instructors contributed in FIT program for providing excellent guidance and make this project successful. Thank you for all group members who have served as major contributors towards the completion of the project.
That's the end of our presentation. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much for cluster 15 members for doing such a wonderful work and the presentation, and very useful, and the design is very good, and it's a very nice design and well done. And any comments over their work?
Yes, cluster 16.
Cluster 15.
Yes, cluster 15. Something that I really like in your presentation is that you have discussed the limitations and you have also given some insight to future directions that this app can go. So that is a wonderful thing. So we should also disclose our positives and the developments that others can do based on our product. So that's a wonderful thing. So the others don't have to invent the wheel from again and again. So they can start from you where you have left. So that's a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shamila. And any other comments? Anna, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think this is very useful application because right now most of the people have very critical problems in maintaining their health, and also most of us are stuck at the home and we are doing online things. So I think this kind of application very good for to maintain our health and keep our life better. So for further suggestions, I think you can add some suggestions because to maintain their health, because if they have like low ratings or be like in BMI or something like that. So this kind of things you can add. I think that's a pretty much very good job.
Thank you, Channa. Asanka, do you have something to express? Yeah.
Chana told everything what I was planning to tell, right? Because now it is most of the people's concern regarding the BMI and the calories they send, and they all are finding workouts and everything.
Yeah, actually that when we had group discussion, so they had all the things in their minds, but we asked only to focus on scope that we can develop in this time period, so that they can improve the app later. Thank you, Asanka. And any more comments? Okay, since no comments.
It is a good one, very good presentation, and it's a very good work. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mahinder. And cluster 15, it's a wonderful job, and I wish you all the best. And please don't stop it, and please continue developing it. And I wish you all the best for all the team members, and thank you for developing in such good presentation and as well as product, right? And if you don't move to the cluster 16 presentation.
Okay, the next one is cluster 16. Their application name is Quizbox. Let's see what they are going to say.
Hello everyone, we are from Cluster 16. Today we are excited to present to you our final fit project presentation of our app Quizbox. The following slide will show you the cluster members. Leader is Janith, myself and Sarushan are the sub-leaders, and the other members are shown below. As you all are well aware that doing practice MCQs are very important to prepare for A-level exams. It is very boring when we have to do full papers at once, so we thought it would be a fun and efficient way to study by doing MCQs on your mobile phone.
Objectives. One of the main objectives of making this app is making learning a fun experience, since the school and tuition system provide a rather traditional environment and this might feel boring for the students. Our app allows the users to study whenever and wherever they can because it is just at their fingertips. Since we give an explanation to each question, students can improve as they go on without referring to any book. Another important goal we are trying to achieve here is teaching them to work with the clock. Our timing feature helps to this.
First, you need to create a profile. Currently, the profile details are saved into your local storage database, but we expect to move it into Firebase so users can log in from other devices and not lose their progress. Then we head to the home screen. At the top of the screen, the big purple number is your current score. You get points for each correct answer and lose points for wrong answers. Users can earn stars from answer streaks. If you answer more than 10 questions correctly in a row, you will start gathering stars. Users can use stars for lifelines like skip questions and get 50-50 chances. On the right of the screen, you can see a badge according to your level. Currently, we have 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and expert. Your level, below that, you can see the available subjects. Just choose a subject. Then a random MCQ is loaded to a screen. All the questions are stored in a Google Sheet, divided into pages by its subject. On the top of the screen, there's a timer to see how much time you spend on each question. Then you can select an answer and submit. After submitting, you go to the answer screen. It shows whether you were correct or wrong and how many points you earned or lost. Also, below that, you can see the questions, the correct answer, and an example solution for further knowledge. After that, you can next and answer more questions. First, we had trouble with multiple people developing the application. MIT App Inventor had no facilities for team collaborations, share codes, add comments or notes. Also, we found it harder to develop the application just the way we designed it in the prototype. No margins, no paddings, and it's not responsive for every device.
Apart from what we discussed, there are a lot of further developments we can implement to this app in the future. We might have to use another development platform for the task as well. The first one is teaming up for competitions. For now, we keep track of each individual score and put it on a leaderboard so that each user can get an idea about their progress. We can further develop it into a feature that allows users to form small teams and compete with each other. We can give points or unlock more features to those who win. Another one is broadening the fields. We can broaden the subject fields so that even university students or students of other higher education platforms can benefit from it as well. We can also develop another stage that comes after advanced like expert, where the users can win access to other online paid courses without paying money, which means when someone answers correctly, we give them a monetary score, and when it adds up to a sum of a given course, it unlocks. Finally, I would like to express my special thanks and gratitude to Mrs. Hiroshini Ratnapala as well as all the instructors, especially Mr. Shiron Talagala and Mr. Hiran Kankanamge, who gave us the golden opportunity to do this wonderful project, which we came to know about so many new things. Moreover, I would like to thank all the members of Cluster 16 who work hard for this project to be successful.
Thank you, Cluster 16 members, and it's a wonderful job. I have few comments over the presentation, and you know that we have done a special course, how to do an effective presentation, and you have designed the presentation very well, but beginning of the presentation, you were really hurry. Actually, we couldn't get what you have explained. It's not, I mean, you were voicing it very hurriedly. Because I allocated 7 minutes for the presentation, so you didn't want to hurry and take your time and explain, because beginning of the presentation is the important part that you have to grab the audience, so that there you have to be very careful. And you didn't mention the problems and the limitations in the presentation. So those two, apart from those two things, your design is very nice, and you have done it very clearly. Demonstration is also good, and the development is perfectly done, and it's well done. I congratulate. And any other comments from the staff? Anna, do you have anything to say, any development technically side?
Yes, actually, as Madam said, I think apart from the presentation skills, I mean, you can improve those things. The idea is, I think it is very good, because I think this platform can be used as a self-evaluation platform, because most of the time, each and every A-level students are using mobile phone nowadays, so they can improve themselves by evaluating by themselves. So I think this kind of application can help to evaluate them by themselves. So that's a great job. Thank you. Over to you, Vani.
Okay, right. Thank you, Chandler. And since there are no questions, and I wish you all the best for the cluster 16 members, and thank you for spending a lot of time, effort for developing such a good application, and I wish you all the best. Shiron, next.
So shall I share the screen?
Yes, you can
Yes, you
share.
can share
Yes,
the
you can share.
screen.
Yes. Rashmika, you can share it.
Okay. Hello, good morning everyone. We are class number 70. We came up with a variety of app ideas when selecting what kind of app to build. So, we applied certain parameters to help us choose the best one. They are being timely, an app to which we may add functionality so that it does not become just another app among many others, an app with distinctive feature. When developing an app, the most important thing is to provide a smooth user experience. And this can only be accomplished if the developer has already used the app for some time. So, as undergraduates, we came up with the idea of creating an app we could use in our daily lives to accomplish that goal. Another important consideration was to give an app a new meaning in order to make it more useful. Following these considerations, we came up with the notion of creating.
Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Actually, the strength of a team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. So, let me introduce our cluster 17.
Doing small things well is a stepping stone to bettering one's larger endeavors. Consequently, we break up our presentation into several sections. They are introduction, demonstration, problems, future development, and acknowledgement.
There is no such thing as a spontaneous increase in productivity. If you want something, you have to put in the effort to get it. So instead of worrying about the future, we choose to plan forward and think about the present. In order to make our days more productive, we came up with the idea of creating lifestyle productivity app, Cluster Calendar, which we plan on developing for the Android platform, and event achieving an updating feature was listed for the app.
The first step in making the invisible visible is to get goals. But goals are dreams with deadlines. We set some goals for the app's development in order to make it as productive as possible. From this app, we can keep the track of each day and we can manage the day productively. Also, we can add event saving, updating, deleting functions to make a customized to-do list. Furthermore, we can give
a little progress each day adds up to big result. Here is a demonstration of how we made cluster calendar little by little.
When doing things facing problem is inevitable, we also had to deal with some complications during the development process. We had a problem when we connect this to the backend. Another problem that we faced, we had to use an comparison to the hard coding when using MIT App Inventor because of inbuilt blocks. We couldn't have customized scripts. There is another issue, that is when we fetch data from real-time calendar.
This ever-changing environment necessitates that everything be reimagined. As a result, we considered including some new features in the app for use in future iterations. There are a reminder technique was contemplated for events in version 1.1, and we'll be developing the UI in version 1.2 to ensure a smooth user experience. In version 2.0, we'll make a major update that will take all the events saved in the cloud, not just saved locally, so that the user accounts can be accessed from any device by the relevant user, and maintain a database of all app users by account. Encrypted databases in version 2.1 to address security concerns. And another update is, even if you don't have an account, you can still use the app from Google accounts with version 2.2. Guest logins are used for these types of logins. Actually, it is possible to make the app a collaborative area in version 2.3 if it is needed for specific users. Linked users can manage their events jointly. Commercial users are the primary audience for this functionality. And those are the updates we are going to make in our future development.
When making the app, we referred to YouTube videos and documentaries on MIT development environment and Firebase as resources.
Thank you, Cluster 17 members, and because they had something to add and for the submitted one, so they had to share it by their own. And when talking about the presentation, I have some comments because I know you know that we are combining some sections together, and when talking about the content in effective presentation, you have highlighted some rules that we discussed, especially putting a lot of text on the same screen. I saw one of the screen, and I think I have shown you the examples even when you are doing the presentation. So the next time when you are creating a presentation, please pay attention the rules I have given you to do an effective presentation. And apart from that, your presentation is really good, especially the development, and thank you for taking your time. And it's a wonderful presentation. And comments from the other staff members?
Actually, one thing I note from the presentation, they were talking about their future plans and they are considering versions and things like that. Actually, I think it is the industry level practice. So
yes,
that is very good. You have considered it. From the application point of view, I think this is something we faced in daily life because it is very difficult to schedule our day-to-day life. So I think this app can manage those things, and you can further develop this application for help each and every person to manage their busy life. Great, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Chana. And I also noticed that the further development is very well planned and identified the versions. It's great. Any other comments? I actually not from the staff, and the students are also welcome to ask question or to do any comment. Either you can use the chat box or can unmute your mic and ask questions. Okay, since seems there are no comments, and I wish you all the best. for the.
Before we start, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Dr. Chamila is
before we
here.
start the next presentation,
Mm.
I'll just give a brief idea about, I think you have already said that to all of you. Now, a presentation is at any context is very important, that because that is where we showcase our talents, what we have done. So we have encountered students who have done nothing, but they are doing a wonderful presentation from the piece that they have done. But there are others who put a lot of effort, but they don't do the presentation very well. So these are the two extreme ends. Those who really don't do anything at all, but they come up with a better presentation. And there's the other side, they do a marvelous job, but for some reason they don't present it very well. So as engineers, we should do our job to our satisfaction as well as the requirements to satisfy the requirements, and we should be good at presenting our work. Okay, we should have we should have, or we should at least build the talents to showcase. We should be managers, we should be the marketers. Okay, so this is an ideal place for you to build your capacity. So whatever you have, you should be able to add some color to it. And don't think like when you were given a chance, like now, for example, let's take this the presentation through the online platform. Now you can present certain things visually, graphically, animations are there. You can add your voice. So there are a lot of things. So don't try to duplicate. Now, for example, in the slide, you don't have to put everything that you want to talk about in the slide. Okay, so try to separate them. So then that way you can add more data into it, and people don't get overloaded as well. So leave some stuff, very simple things in the slide, so it is pleasing to the eye or to the audience. Then you can talk about it. Okay, so that is just a general idea. So, but you guys have done a marvelous job, all of you, but this is your very first presentation. So there are always room for improvements. So take everything as a positive thing. Like, so don't take them negatively. So we are just trying to help you to come up with better presentations. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chamila. Actually, we have discussed about how to do effective presentation as a course in Foundation IT program. And I think they can get experience and ideas and comments for their next presentations. And
yes, I think they will do a better job next time.
Yeah. And so that Shiron will move to the next presentation, cluster 18.
Yes, the next one is cluster 18. So their application name is vServe. Let's see what they are going to present.
Hello everyone, we are Cluster 18 and we developed the mobile app vServe. These are the 23 members of our cluster. The leader role was played by Akila. We will see about the app introduction, objectives, demonstration, problems, future developments, and the last one is acknowledgement.
Thank you, Rajiv. As an introduction, vServe is a service provider app that falls into the productivity app category. Before creating this app, we discussed the current situation in our country, like queues for gas tanks and milk powder packets, frequent price fluctuation of products, etc. So we were inspired by this fact and decided to create the vServe app, which will allow the users to collect info about daily use products. In addition, vServe has two interfaces for the customers and the store owners, which we are going to discuss during the demonstration. Next, moving on to objectives, vServe will primarily allow customers to get info about certain products available in various stores all over the country with a single button click. These info are the product price, availability and quantity, store name, location and its open hours, etc. In this way, we thought of providing a platform to get the product prices daily, which will be a good solution for frequent price fluctuations. Also, VServe will save time spent on queues since the customers can go to the store at the right time by looking at the availability of products. Other than that, VServe will allow the store owners to market their brand new products as well. Then I would like to invite Akhil to present the demonstration of the app.
This is the main page of the VServe application. Here we display the images and a button that takes us to the detail page of each item. We can see the details of the item and its store. By clicking on the map marker icon, we can go to Google Maps, where we can see the exact location of each store. As you can see, we have this button enabled for every item that we have displayed. When we click on this button, we can view the details of this gas cylinder, which belongs to Surandi stores. And by clicking the map icon, we go back to Google Maps and we can see its location. As you can see, in the main page, we also have a search bar. By default, we display every item in the database. We can also search for Surandi stores by typing in Surandi. We can also search for Litro gas cylinders just by typing Litro. So, using this search bar, we can search for both stores and items. When we type in gaming into the search bar, it returns only one item because this is the only matching item. Now we are going to visit the regulator page. As you can see, when we clicked on the list item, we went to its detail page, just like if we clicked the details button.
So next, problems and the limitations of the app are needed to be considered. These are the main problems we had identified in the app VServe. The unavailability of the purchasing facility is one of the main limitations it has. Although the prices and the availability of the products are mentioned within the app, users do not have the ability of buying the items through the app. Next thing is kind of a difficult issue with regards to the current economical situation in Sri Lanka. Prices are being increased day by day. Some price increments are announced and later being reversed within hours. Therefore, all these information changes are happening rapidly. Since the information is needed to be entered manually, it creates a limitation with the app VServe. To overcome the problems and limitations, and also to improve the user experience, we have planned several future developments to the app VServe. One of the main things is the opportunity which is to be given to the sellers to register their shops within the app, making the interactions more reliable and secure. Also, to overcome the limitations of the purchasing facility, we are planning to introduce card payments and other required facilities to execute online purchasing VServe. Next improvement we plan is the app recommendations. If elaborated more, the app itself will take user's location and direct the nearest place with the item availability required by the user for more convenient purchases, which will result in, of course, saving time. Queues can also be reduced to a certain extent if the app VServe is used properly. Finally, we would like to express our gratitude to Madam Hiroshini, Madam Nadisha, and also Shironsa for their kind cooperation and encouragement, which greatly helped us in completion of this project. Thank you.
Annie, thank you so much for cluster 18, and the presentation is nicely done and adapted to all the rules. It's very good. The designing, doing the presentation, less text on the presentation slides and didn't read the text on the slide, and all the rules are adapted, and I'm congratulating you doing a great presentation, as well as the development of the app is also very good, and it's very useful, right? And the comments from others. Anna, if you can add something, the development.
Yeah, I think it was a very good presentation. I think this can address to reduce long queues we are seeing at day-to-day life in everywhere. I think it will help to reduce the people time and everything. And also, one thing I note that there was auto suggestion in the search bar. It is a good thing. And also, you can add something like logging page, how it was there. And also, if you are planning to add like payment things, you have to consider a lot of security issues, and you can do that. Great job, guys.
Thank you, Channa. Any more comments? Okay, so right, it's a wonderful job, guys, and I wish you all the best, and don't stop it from here. Keep on continuing and develop and publish the app. As the cluster members, I wish you all the best and keep this strength and motivation forever. And Shiron, move to the next one.
Yes. Okay, the next one is cluster 19. Their application name is Fun with Math. So we will see what is their application.
Hello everyone, we are from cluster 19. Here is our members. Today we are going to discuss about these things.
This is a gaming app. Mainly we focus school children who are lazy to solve math problems. To develop this app, we use the MIT App Inventor, and this game is really easy to use and easy to play.
The main purpose of creating this gaming app is to provide a funny way to learn maths. As we before said, most of children are addicted to games, so by this one we can give them mathematical knowledge.
Already have an account. Log into the game by entering your username and the password in the relevant boxes and clicking the login button. If you don't have one, enter a username and a password. Then click sign up. Now you have created a new account to play the game. After login, you will go to the main menu. Click on play game button to play the game. Now click the start button to start the game. Then a question will appear on the screen. You will get 10 seconds to answer each question in level 1. Type your answer in the text box and press the enter button below the text box. If you are correct, you will receive points, else points will deduct from your total. Total points is displaying above the start button. And also, you can pause the timer by stop button and resume it by resume button. After answering 10 questions, you will upgrade to the next level. You will receive 10 questions in each level. There are 5 levels in the game. Level by level, you will receive more time. And also, the difficulty of the questions will be increased. You can pause the game whenever you want by clicking Enough for Now button.
When we develop the game, the very first problem we faced is how to up the level. So, after some discussion, we decided to up the level of game after 10 questions. When we talk about present situation, we are still searching how to check decimal numbers whether it is correct or not.
So we are planning to solve all those problems and we are looking forward to add some complex questions using BODMAS rule.
Thank you, Cluster 19, and you have given me a promotion even, right? The presentation is really nice and really design is very good, very interactive, and you can catch the audience mind, and especially the less text and explanation is really good. And in the sense, the development of the app is, even though the idea is simple, but the application design is really good and attractive. Maybe the teachers can use that app to educate the students, especially the mathematical problems in the sense. And any comments from the other staff member? Channa?
Yes, it was a great presentation, and I think most of the kids like to play with mobile phone. So this kind of application will help to improve themselves while playing around those mobile phones. And also there was like planning on marking schemes like that by considering timing and things like that. I think that is also very good. Yeah, it's a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Channa. Any more comment if you have? Okay. So next move to the final presentation, class 20.
So this will be the today's final presentation. It is by cluster cluster 20, and its name is My Edu. So we will see that one.
Hello everyone, we are Cluster 10. Let's see the mobile app which is developed by our team under the leadership of Tarindu Daraka, Janindu Ratnasiri and Johan Senadira. Here we are prioritizing our app mainly on the educational community and even the workers. As this is an educative app, we named it as My Edu. Here's the layout of our project. Firstly, an introduction about our app, My Edu. Next, the objectives of developing this kind of an app
and then the features of the app. Lately, the problems we faced and the limits we had. Next, its future development, and lastly, the acknowledgement. Let's proceed. Over to you, Metni.
Thank you, Upamali. Suppose a student is having trouble with maths and chemistry at once, and it is a rare opportunity to find solutions for both with just one app. So, we are proudly introduced My Edu app, which is the perfect mobile application that comprises with different components like scientific calculator, unit converters, age calculator, BMI calculator, NIC converters, and periodic table. All those components are really needed as well as helpful for the educators, students, and simply any individual. Now let's consider about the main goals that we hope to achieve by My Edu app. The scientific calculator can be used to solve complicated calculations which include trigonometry, logarithm, and even the simplest calculations. The primary objective of unit converters is to allow the users to make mostly used unit conversions including currency, temperature, data storage, and many more other than basic length conversions. Age calculator is developed for the purpose of calculating the exact age of the users. If you want to know your BMI or whether you are underweight or overweight, BMI calculator app will be the best application for that. The main objective of the NIC calculator is to find the date of birth, gender, and the eligibility to vote with the user's NIC number. The periodic table can be used to explore the chemical and physical properties of any element in the periodic table. So, those are the objectives we are going to achieve from My Edu app. Then next, let's see a small demonstration of our app. Over to you, Janithu.
Now let's see the features and the functionalities of our app. Here is a small video clip demonstrating My Edu app. The development of this app was a great challenge and a new experience for us. Sajita will explain the problem we faced and limitation of MyEdu app. Over to you, Sajita.
Thank you, Janidu. When we created MyEdu app, we had to face several problems. The main problem we was faced the limitation to customizing in MIT App Inventor, and also we had to face some difficulties while finalizing the app by adding all parts created by team members. Next problem is the default colors are different in some mobile phones. It's also a major problem we have faced. Pramodya?
Thank you, Sajita. Now let's move to the limitation of our present development. The users may face following limitations while using the app. Updating currency rates are done manually. Limited functions in scientific calculator. We needed another tool to merge the app. We can't use the GUI as we want. Features like symbols and font size are limited for usage. We need to improve our app in order to minimize these issues. Over to you, Ravindu.
Thank you, Pramodya. Let's see our future development. So we are looking forward to improve our app, add new features to the calculator, make suitable changes according to our rating and reviews, improve the design of our app, connect the currency converter to an auto-updating database, add extra features to exciting programs. Over to you, Tarindu.
Thank you, Ravindu. We have taken many effort for the success of this project. However, it wouldn't have been possible without the kind support and help of many individuals. We would like to express our thanks to Ms. Iroshani, the pioneer of the FIT program of E20 batch. We would like to pay our special thanks to Mr. Shiron, who introduced us the MIT App Inventor. Next, we pay our deep sense of gratitude to Ms. Maliti, who encourages us with great guidance and supervision. We are grateful for all the instructors at the IT department too. Last but not the least, all the team members who supported immensely for the completion of this project should be highly appreciated.
Thank you so much, and Class 20, a wonderful presentation, greatly done, and presentation, and really nice, and the development also. And I saw that Dr. Janakojiklasuri is here.
Yes, good morning. I'm sorry I couldn't attend from the morning because I was
This is the last one, and but
yeah,
at least
I'm happy that I have
nice to
joined.
be here at least at the last presentation. Even you can have a word, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm highly impressed with your work. Right, I'm sorry I couldn't see the previous one, but I think the talent you have shown, we can be really proud of. Right, and also we can have high hopes for the future. And also I have a proposal now. You know, you are going to have an exhibition on mathematics. I think in parallel to that, you can demonstrate this also, because we are going to have that session near Senate when they come here physically. So I think this, I think by looking at this application, right, I can see you have a high potential that you can show you that talent also. And also I would like to thank Hiroshini and the team for taking this spirit inside the students, right? This is what should be happening rather than teaching them, right? So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Janaka. Actually, that if I add something, and we could formulate the student-centered learning in Foundation IT program. All the innovative ideas came from them. We were just became mentors, and all the ideas came from them. We only guided them, gave some support and some subject-level support. That's the only thing that we did. Other things, everything that the credit should go to them. And so when I will share the presentation with you all, then you can see all the product that they have completed in the same level, high quality, high design, and very useful, very practical. So that we are very happy about you and Cluster 20, wonderful job, nicely done. And any other comment, Channa? Do you have anything in the technical side?
Actually, as I said, I think it is a very good presentation. And also I note that the presentation, delivering the presentation was shared among their members. Actually, it is a very important thing because it is really good to give the opportunity to many people as much as possible. And also one thing I note was that the UX design, the user interfaces was very nice, and those are like very eye-catching, and it's a really good design thing. So good, great job, guys. Thank you very much.
Any more comments? Okay, and we have come to the end of the session for today. We'll be having the presentations of AB groups tomorrow. And Shiron, you can wind up the session.
Yes, thank you everyone. It was a wonderful session, and I think each cluster was able to convert their ideas to a mobile app successfully with the given time period, with the given shorter time period. So I would like to thank you everyone who participated in this session, especially all the staff members who dedicated their valuable time for this one. Also, most importantly, I would like to thank all the students for their hard work and commitments. Even with a small introduction to mobile app development, you guys have done a marvelous job and it's exceptional. And once again, thank you all. Before ending this session, I would like to invite everyone to the tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, the AB group will be presenting, and I am pretty sure there will be another set of amazing presentations tomorrow. So with that, I would like to wind up this session. Thank you, everyone.